Oak Park, this school is crazy. It's like a social experiment.
In this community, there are levels of diversity, but we mentioned race, all hell breaks loose.
We're preparing our Black students less well to compete with their peers.
Where is the sense of urgency?
We are failing our kids every single day.
I don't have Black friends, I have Black acquaintances.
It's so white.
When we initially raised Shanti, we didn't talk about being Asian or Black.
On the outside, I look like I belong, but on the inside, I feel like I don't.
When I see Black students in my class, I label it as an extra priority.
You shouldn't do that. It's based off of stereotypes.
So many people in the world are fighting to have this education, so I need to appreciate it.
After seeing so many people give up, I know exactly what's gonna happen, so there's really no point.
Everything is made for white kids because this school was made for white kids because this country was made for white kids.
Wow, that was powerful.
That really was.
And that was a preview from the new docu-series on Starz called America to Me. It was filmed at Oak Park and River Forest High School. And right now, Academy Award-nominated filmmaker and the director of the project, Steve James, joins us, along with two of the students featured, Caroline Robling-Griest and Grant Lee. Welcome, all of you.
Hello, you guys.
Just watching that trailer, incredibly powerful. Trust me, you have seen Steve's work, Hoop Dreams he did, the Allen Iverson 30 for 30. You've won a ton of awards. This project, why was this such a passion project for you?
Well, I live in Oak Park. I've been there for decades, and I've always been struck at here's a community that's very liberal, very progressive, well-funded public schools, and yet for decades we've struggled to bridge the gap in equity in education between Black students and white students. And I thought it was time to maybe look at a school like that.
Right. What did you find from following Caroline and Grant their freshman year at high school, which, by the way, they're going to be seniors this year in a few weeks? What did you discover after being in the school, immersed in, we just saw one teacher, I had to ask you, did that teacher really say that Black kids were an extra priority? What did you discover?
Well, we discovered a lot. I mean, it's a 10-part series, so there's a lot in it. I mean, I think one of the things we discovered is that, you know, there are a lot of people who are very well-meaning and want to live in Oak Park and work in Oak Park because they believe in diversity and believe in equity.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between having the right beliefs and actually putting them into action and making real change.
Right, and you put in time into this. This was an entire school year?
Yes.
Entire school year, followed 12 students, including Caroline and Grant, as we mentioned. Caroline, why did you want to be a part of this project, and what did you learn?
I think once I was selected to be a part of the project, myself and my family, we were so excited to be a part of something that could create such national change, I think, and that starts a huge conversation and then continues it into action. We've already seen a lot of change in our school and programs and conversations that have started because of it, and I think that being a part of something so big was really important to us.
Right. I feel like right now the conversation around race and economic status, it can be so touchy in such sensitive times we're living in. Do you feel like now that you're going into your senior year that you've seen any change, or has it gotten worse or better?
It's difficult. I think a lot of white people particularly fear having conversations, and they're less inclined to have a conversation because they're afraid to say something, you know, out of line or offend somebody. So I think that being in an environment where everyone's open-minded and ready for people to, you know, say something that might seem a little bit off, but then correct them or lightly say, you know, this is, you know, an idea that could be changed is very important for a conversation.
Right. And Grant, what about for you? I know that you're biracial, so you've dealt with race your entire life on both sides of it. But for this documentary for you, what did you get out of it? And what do you want other people to get out of it?
I got a lot out of it. I mean, I learned a lot more about my community. I learned a lot more about myself looking back 3 years ago. And I want people to know that even in like what's supposed to be a perfect America, like a perfect America would be like a diverse community, that there's still problems with equity, and we're still trying to take those steps to try and be better.
Right. Well, thank you guys so much. We cannot wait to watch the docu-series on Starz. We appreciate you coming on and sharing your stories. And you can check out that 10-part docu-series on Starz on August 26th at 9 p.m.